What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I am your host, John Burke. How's the audio? Is the audio good? Watching YouTube. For some reason, Rumble's not working. Let me go in there and unfuck this, whatever is going on there. Hold on. It's always something. It's always something. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'll have to edit this part out of the podcast. Hold on, folks. Let me fix Rumble. I don't know what I did wrong. It says unable to connect. Edit settings. Here we go. Let's go retry, copy. Because I don't want to have to end this live stream over on Rumble. Here we go. I'm freaking dragging ass. Apologies, everybody. Got that saved. Let's see if we can get Rumble on and working. Offline. Come on. Come on. Connect for daddy. Connect for daddy. It says sending data. Unable to connect. What the fuck's going on, Rumble? Come on. Let me end the live stream and redo it. Start a new live stream. Hold on, folks. Apologies. I'm totally going to edit all this out of the podcast. We are so unprofessional.
Just keeping it real.
Oh, my God. Hold on, folks. We're going to get there. Need to get it live on Rumble first. Our Streamlabs shit the bed for some reason, and unfortunately, I'm having to redo everything. So after this show, I'm going to have to go redo the graphics, fucking everything. I don't know what happened. It's just Streamlabs being Streamlabs. Stay with us, folks. Submitting, get streamer configuration. Boom, copy, boom. Let's go to Rumble. Edit settings. Paste, got this, copy. Boom. Paste, save. All right, let's launch the Rumble stream and see if it works. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna fucking throw a grenade on this computer. It's the only thing I can think to do. Sending data to Rumble. And we're streaming on Rumble finally. Holy horse shit. Thank goodness. Sorry about that, folks. Oh my God. Okay, so let's do this again.
All right.
It's currently 3 minutes, 42 seconds, so let's hit that intro song again. And then I'll just edit it out. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I feel, you know what, fuck it, cut the music. I'm just gonna leave this as the intro. I feel like we're like hung the fuck over right now. I'm kind of like,
night.
It was a long night. If you're tuning in for the first time, if you didn't watch last night, we had a good turnout. A lot of people tuned into the show, and we were up till like a little 10:45 before we finally called it. Got home around like 11:30 for me.
Did you watch anything of the news when you got home?
I kept tuning in to see what the outcome, or if they would get to an outcome of the Arizona race, and I don't think they're going to. I kind of had a feeling they won't for a while, at least for a day or two. Bro, I'm at a loss for last night. There's so much to get into. There was so much to get into.
Yeah, I watched for a little bit. Probably about another 30 minutes. I was like, you know what? I gotta shut it off.
Yeah. We're actually gonna be taking calls today, folks. We're gonna be taking calls today. I'm excited to do this. Hold on, let me do this. Bear with me, folks. I know we're gonna get there. We're going to get there. Jesus, I got that going good. Got that, boom, here. Like I said, we're having to redo everything because it totally shit the bed. Our computers and stuff shit the bed. But how late did you stay up last night?
I fell asleep watching Jewel of the Nile.
Yeah, you said that.
So, I don't know.
I think there were a lot
Maybe
of
like
people last
12:30.
night that were kind of crying in their sleep. I mean, me especially, I was like, well, I mean, let's just go ahead and address the elephant that's in the room. Not really an elephant, but you know where I'm going. We didn't get the red wave. We didn't, we got a trickle.
Did you really think there was going to be a red wave, though?
I really had a feeling there was going to be. I felt like as crazy as the left has become when it comes to running for certain things, such as the transgender idea, the gender mutilation. I mean, my God, just inflation, gas prices. I thought that would be more than enough to really take it to the left in these polls, and I was mistaken. Apparently, I mean, you look at places like Pennsylvania, they fucking elected a vegetable.
Yeah,
you fucking put a vegetable in power. Like I'm at a loss on this one. I really am. But again, that's democracy.
See, I think that the spirit of America, there was a red wave, but because of the mass mail-in ballots and then the ballot harvesting, we got what we got.
Well, I know
because they still have that shit going on up in Pennsylvania. They still have it going on in
you brought up the point as far as go over what you talked about as far as like if Republicans really want to make like you compared Florida and Texas. Go over that real quick while I unfuck this.
Yeah. Well, you see, in Florida, what did they do? They banned mass mail-in ballots, ballot harvesting. Yeah. You have to have a voter ID. And what happened? Dade County, it's been historically a Democratic county, went red.
Yep.
Same with Texas.
We saw a massive turnout for Abbott. We saw a massive turnout for DeSantis. We saw a massive turnout for Kemp.
Yeah.
And I think you make a really good point there. I mean,
but I don't even know that Georgia really fortified their elections as much as Florida and Texas.
They caught a lot of shit for that.
I think Ohio did. Now, I'm kind of the opinion now that Ohio and Florida really aren't swing states anymore.
No, Florida's definitely not.
It's not.
Florida's all red now.
I mean, you could argue Ohio, but Ohio has gone red.
Yeah.
2016, 2020.
Yeah.
And now you
have the midterms. We're still waiting on Nevada. We're still watching for Nevada come out. So right now.
And I don't think. I don't care who ran against Fetterman. They were going to have enough votes for Fetterman to win. I think that's just my opinion about these mail-in ballots and ballot harvesting. When you do that shit, you don't have a voter ID or need an ID to go vote, then that's going to be an issue. Then you never have confidence in your elections.
There's a lot of people as it stands right now don't have any confidence in these elections. It's one of these things of hold on. Damn it, I'm gonna share this on Twitter. Got a new Twitter, folks, by the way. Before we're gonna get into it, I apologize for being so fucking just scatterbrained today, but. We got a lot going on. Oh, my God. Like, I did not even want to get out of bed this morning. I'm so fucking tired. I powered through the gym.
I know, same here. But I think in the runoff election, apparently it's in December.
Yes, for
Warnock and Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
I think the Libertarians get
a lean right. And here's the thing. There's just so much to get to today. So let's start with this, because that's another point I want to make. The LP is going to catch a lot of heat, and deservedly so. You can vote your conscience all you want. But the fact of the matter is you chose conscience over a pragmatic situation, which is that it was neck and neck, and there were a few races. Fetterman and Oz, I don't know if the LP vote could have really shifted that much. I know the Herschel Walker one it could have.
Yeah.
It could have easily put him over 50%. But this is where we're at. So the results from last night, for those that didn't pay attention, that didn't want to really watch the outcome, you had Brian Kemp defeated Stacey Abrams in Georgia for the gubernatorial race, and he destroyed her. That was not even a close race. He demolished her. Governor Greg Abbott destroyed Beto O'Rourke. It wasn't even close on that one. Abbott had a massive voter turnout. And as you know, DeSantis just crushed his opposition. Florida, I think, had 3 or 4 areas flipped. Mainly all the flippage came from Florida.
Yeah.
So Florida's no longer be a swing state. That's a good thing right there.
Yeah.
But
because the Democrats have California and they have New York.
New York. Yep.
So they're going around and they're trying to collect these other states because they know Florida is no longer a Democratic state.
Yeah.
They know Texas is out of reach now. Yeah. And it looks like Ohio is out of reach.
I'm happy to see that. I'm honestly, just for us, I know this is selfish, but as far as last night's results or today's results as well, I'm happy Texas is safe.
Yeah.
We're good. Second Amendment's going to be protected. We're good here. As for the rest of the country, we've had a lot of good gubernatorial runs. But honestly, at the nucleus, at the core of all of this, last night was a massive wake up to the GOP. And here's where I feel that I'm already starting to see now. Trump has already come out and said today that if DeSantis decides to run, he's got some not good things to release about him. Trump, honestly, bro, I'm serious right now. I don't see Trump making it into 2024 now.
You don't think so?
And it's not because I hate him. I'm looking at this from just an outside perspective to where I'm looking at Trump and his endorsement of Oz. It didn't even help Oz. Oz, Ben Shapiro, dude, I'm so scatterbrained. There's just so much shit I want to get to. The Daily Wire guys are jumping all over Trump right now. They did not even wait for the fucking ink to dry.
Dude,
they were never Trumpers from the get-go. Yeah. I get that. But holy fuck, at least give it some time before you really come out there and start Trump bashing. But Shapiro, all of them are automatically basically pushing for DeSantis. DeSantis is dangerous to Trump now, and Trump knows it. That's why Trump's going after him right now. Right off the bat, he goes after DeSantis. Trump doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to do that. DeSantis, he's got a lot of GOP support, and there's speculation DeSantis is a GOP establishment plant. I don't think he is. But then again, they said they had meetings with Jeb Bush and other people. I don't know. But the fact is, right now, we could be looking at a 2024 Trump versus DeSantis for the primaries.
I mean,
I don't see them on the same ticket. I do not see them on the same ticket.
Like, it's not a bad problem to have.
No, it's
Either
not.
candidate would be by and far way better than what we have right now.
But based upon last night's election results, I don't think Trump has got the push he once had. I think DeSantis will. DeSantis has got the fire right now. Nobody fucks with DeSantis. At least what I'm seeing right now. I mean, he if you look at the turnout, DeSantis won his reelection. That was all DeSantis. You can say Trump helped on that. DeSantis has been gaining momentum since COVID lockdowns.
Just from what he's done in his state.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done a great job. This hurricane. You know,
yeah,
the response
there's another one looming. He's already prepped for it.
Yeah. So I mean, I think he's a good governor. He's a great leader.
Yeah.
And if he was to become president, I think the country would benefit.
Well, I
think if Trump became president again, I think the country would do well.
I think what everybody's looking for right now, though, is going to be what they're considering is that DeSantis is like a refined version of Trump. Like they feel like Trump or DeSantis can lead like Trump did, but not be as divisive. But here's the thing, like Trump, he's a fighter. The divisiveness came from the MSM constantly attacking him. Look, I got to give Trump that one. Trump fucking fought back against MSM. He fought back against misinformation, the lying, all that bullshit. So when I feel like people are like, oh, he attacks too much, it's like, no, that's what happens when you fight for the truth. You have to attack. So it's like you're not blaming the MSM, you're blaming Trump. So I really side with Trump on that one.
I think,
but I also think that when Trump goes after DeSantis and Trump does other shit, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like you don't need to do this. Like you are pigeonholing yourself. So now conservatives are looking at Trump saying like, bro, do you really have as much pull as you once did in 2020? Like, I don't know.
See,
or 2016 rather, excuse me.
We've seen DeSantis go up against the media.
Yeah, we have.
But we haven't really seen him go up against any other candidates like coming
True.
Because Trump had people in his own party that were going up against him, right?
Yeah, but I mean DeSantis will as well. I mean he's going to have Trump.
So?
Yeah, I think absolutely. When they want to try to take a primary, you know, dude, I don't know. There's so many different directions this could go. If DeSantis decides to run, I don't think there's going to be a GOP member out there. If it's Trump, DeSantis versus each other, who the fuck else is going to run in that? You'd be stupid to. That's a waste.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to compete with those two. So if DeSantis ever announces, bro, like, for what we know, today's the, what is it, the 11th?
Yeah, 9th.
The 9th, the 15th, Trump's announcing his presidential run. That puts Trump in the arena. DeSantis, we're going to have to wait and see. If DeSantis doesn't run, dude, I don't know. My thing is,
if I lived in Florida, I wouldn't want to lose.
Enough? Do you think Trump has enough to secure a 2024 victory over the left?
Yeah, I think he had enough to win the 2020 election. We need every state to fortify their elections.
Yeah,
they need to do exactly what Florida did, what Texas did, you know, and make elections
great again.
Make
elections safe again.
Safe again.
No, I agree because this Maricopa County stuff. I feel like the left should get on board with this. Where it's like, look, I think both Democrats and Republicans can say we need to secure our elections.
Yeah.
Folks, there are reports up in New York, and this has been proven true. They're not requiring ID to vote at all. You can just go in there and cast your vote. It's an open election. I'm mind blown by this because now you've got illegal immigrants coming in there doing this. You've got anybody and their mom can come in there and do it. It's just mind blowing to me.
Right.
So America is no longer a sovereign country. Anybody can come here and vote. And I'm completely at a loss. But you're right. You make a very good point. The states that secured their elections for the most part, you saw massive red waves hit that.
Yeah.
The ones that didn't,
you got Georgia and you got Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, I can't even with this. On a scale of 1 to 8, I can't even. But I'm going to say this, folks. Here, you know, by and large, this was not a red wave. Thought it would be. I really did. And that's why I've said I don't like political prophesying because you just don't fucking know. But it wasn't a loss.
No.
If we can retain the House, which I think we will, and we will see probably come December if we control the Senate, that's exactly what we need. We need that. That stops Biden. That's great. That'll hold us over to 2024. So, for everybody on the Twitter sphere and everybody on social media, it's like, oh my God, we took massive losses. We took some losses here and there, but overall, again, we still have, you know, the verdict's not in yet. If we retain the House, good. We retain the Senate, even better. Then we can regroup for 2024. If we don't take either, we got 2 more years of whatever Biden's doing right now.
Yeah.
And dude, I am not looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I'm not looking forward to that.
I didn't think Michigan was going to flip.
I didn't
Gretchen
either.
Whitmer's the governor. What has she done for election security? Nothing.
No, yeah.
Got more ballots in. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just states like that, states like Pennsylvania. It's just there's no shot.
Yeah, I
mean,
agree.
not unless you have, an extra million people get out to vote. I mean, that's the only way you can do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, it's going to be, I don't know. I just don't know. Everything's up in the air now. Like last night, it was kind of like we had this snow globe of predictions, and they just shook the shit out of it. You're just like, I have no idea where we're at now. I don't know what's going to happen. All predictions, like you said, like it's just like, wow. Just fucking wow. Wow, guys. And we still got more results coming in. We're watching on the TV live right now, but we want to do this podcast today just to let people know what's going on.
Who keeps voting for Blumenthal?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
You talking about stolen valor?
That
guy said he was in Vietnam.
Yeah. Yep. Just at a loss on this one. But at least Marjewski did not win because that guy, Myra Flores, unfortunately didn't win. Catalina Loft didn't win. It sucks. It really sucks. Those are great people. Those are really great people. For those that don't know, real quick, here is, wait, is the Rumble thing not working? Somebody say Rumble isn't working? I hope it's working. Is it working? Okay.
Yeah.
If he makes it 2 years, seriously, bro, I have my dad. I don't know. I really don't know. Here's my Twitter real quick, guys. It's John Burke is me. Change my handle to where it's like John Burke is actually in there so that people can search me. I'm freaking hoping they'll reinstate my other account because I requested a suspension, whatever you want to call it. It's from my old account. But right now, John Burke is me is my Twitter because I had to change it again because it doesn't have my name in it and people couldn't search me out. Hopefully now they can. But all right, so let's get into the news. Election night, live wire judgment day for Democrats as Americans vote in midterm elections. Las Vegas, Nevada, Americans in all 50 states on Tuesday to render judgment on Democratic President Joe Biden and the Democratic majorities in both chambers of the U.S. Congress. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, results start streaming. Okay, this is just a coverage of what we already fucking know. I mean, it's, I'm at a loss on
Looks
this.
like Murkowski's going to lose up in Alaska.
No shit?
Yeah. Good.
Blowout for DeSantis. Ron DeSantis defeated Christ by over 1.5 million votes. And you know what they're already saying right now? Gerrymandering. I'm like, on a state election? Like, that's what, I shit you not.
That's what they said in Florida?
I shit you not.
It's funny they could say that about Florida, but you can't say it about any other state.
If you look at Florida,
New
it's all
York.
fucking red. It's like, okay,
Pennsylvania?
gerrymandering, fine. Show me where. Show me where there's gerrymandering. Florida is by and large red.
Yes,
It's like,
huge
it feels
influx
like
of
a
people
mix
that
of
move
red
down there
and blue
too.
all over. You might have something there, but like, dude, it is all red.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So yeah, but representing a dramatic shift from his victory in 2018 when he won the governorship by 32,000 votes, or less than half a percentage point. And that was Ron DeSantis since 2018. That was during COVID. Ron DeSantis doing what constitutional Florida governor should do, got him reelected. It got Abbott reelected, surprisingly enough, because Abbott wasn't nearly as good as DeSantis. It got Kristi Noem. It got her reelected. I'm telling you, people by and large want freedom. They want freedom, except for people in Pennsylvania because they're stupid. The race was called Tuesday evening for DeSantis, who soundly defeated his challenger. And this is a massive push because, you look at how bad DeSantis beat out his opponent. You look at how bad he destroyed him. DeSantis is on fire. Destroyed. But, Trump, the sanctimonious, whatever. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. But this is Trump. This is what he does. But, dude, I really feel, though, come 2024, leading up to 2024, there's going to be a lot of GOP infighting, and it's going to be needed. Because after last night's bare victory, if we can even really call it that yet, they're going to have to come together and figure out a different strategy. They are going to have to figure out a different strategy. And I'm my prediction, honestly, you've got to progress. You've got to pull over those libertarian voters. You've got to pull over those Democrat fringe voters. And I don't feel like, in order to do this, I don't feel like you'll be able to do that with a candidate like Trump. I just don't. That's not me hating Trump. That's not me not liking how Trump leads. But in order to win, you're going to have to put out a candidate that can bring those fringe voters over. That's not going to alienate them. And I think DeSantis is the man to do that. I really do. After seeing his turnouts, bro, that's just impressive. It's impressive.
Again,
I don't know. I'm
either
thinking
way
out loud here.
Either way, I think it's a win-win for Republican. If it's Trump or if it's DeSantis.
And also I'm reading the YouTube comments as well. It's true. Trump didn't put a lot of money into this. He didn't. Trump's out for Trump.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna see. Man, what's that number to call in? We got a number for you to call into the show. We're gonna open this up, folks. Maybe we just make today like a call-in kind of show, and we just see what everybody's thinking out there in the Twitter sphere, the Rumble world. What's that number?
It is. Let me make sure it's the right one.
Yeah, you definitely better make sure it's the right one. I'm gonna post that number, so don't worry, folks. Any day now.
It's a 214
214
817
817
1689.
1689. You're sure of that?
Yeah.
1-800-DADDY. Oh my God. Copy. There we go. There's a number. You can call in. If you fucking act stupid, we're going to cut you off right away, so don't be a douchebag. So there you go. Call in and weigh in. Let's talk about Trump DeSantis. That's what we want to talk about today, because I got a feeling like I tweeted this out, and dude, the numbers are overwhelmingly in favor of DeSantis. Just looking at these numbers from freaking DeSantis, it's incredible. It's incredible. Let me know when we got calls coming in. John Fetterman projected to win Pennsylvania's U.S. Senate race. Democrats pick up GOP seat. This came out yesterday. Why the fuck is Breitbart not updating their shit? And here's where we're at right now. Republicans pointing fingers after weak midterm results. Direction of party in question. Something was off.
I keep getting missed calls here.
GOP is still expected to take the House with smaller majority than anticipated, while Senate is still a toss-up. And yeah, I think it's honestly going to come down to the Herschel Walker race. I really do.
Here's something interesting. Okay?
That's going to be incredible to see.
The 2018 election in Florida between DeSantis and Gillum, it was decided by like a handful of votes. This election,
landslide.
Landslide.
But it also could have been the fact they put up Christ. You know, Ben Shapiro tweeted out, and he made a point here. He said, quality of candidates matter.
I don't think so. I think it's the election reform that he has done in that state.
Yeah. It has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. If you can't go out and do any ballot harvesting or mass mail-in votes, then what do the Democrats have?
I agree.
Less than, they don't have a million extra votes. That's
I agree.
Let's see. I don't know why these calls aren't coming through.
They're not coming through?
Yeah. Let's see.
You fucked it up, Josh. This is our first time doing this. We did this a while back, but
it just says miscalled.
Oh, that's weird. You know, I think the fact that they even put Dr. Oz in there running, not the strongest candidate, and because, I mean, my God, he got beat by Fetterman. He got beat by a fucking vegetable. A fucking vegetable, even with Trump's endorsement. You're like, damn. But, again, GOP is still expected to take the House with a smaller majority than anticipated, while Senate still a toss-up. Republicans Wednesday. You ready? You got it?
That's what I think. Yeah.
Y'all can keep calling in. Republicans Wednesday are struggling to make sense of lackluster election.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right. Oh, hang on one second.
We're going to get there, folks. Stand by.
All right, who we got on the phone?
Hello?
Hey, my name is Aaron. I'm about an hour south of Dallas.
What's going on, Aaron?
First off, I'd like to give a shout out to y'all's wonderful products. Because of where I work, I can't do the Delta stuff, but the Rack Out, life changers. Anyone who has a problem sleeping, definitely should check that stuff out.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So where do you stand on what you saw last night?
So...
Hit that forward.
And maybe it's the inner conspiracy theorist in me, but I believe there was a lot of rigging in a lot of places. The weirdness in Arizona, how all the tabulation machines just went down. Pennsylvania, the database that keeps people from double voting. Oh no, it's down as well.
Yeah.
It's just, it's weird.
What do you think about Trump versus DeSantis though?
I believe, in a way, it's a perfect storm. If the GOP could harness it, if they could use that as a way to, I don't know how to say this, other than to cause Trump to bridle his ego some and to be more approachable, it could be fantastic. However, I believe it's going to probably blow up, and it's going to cause a massive schism within the GOP, the Republican base, and even the Libertarians that are leaning more Republican.
I could definitely see that. I got a feeling that's what it's going to turn into. If you turn silence on your phone, I don't think you're going to hear that stuff coming in. Aaron, thanks for your call, bro. Appreciate that. I feel like it's how a lot of people are, how they're feeling. That's how they're looking at it these days. I don't know, man. The infight, like, I'm here for it. I think the infighting we're about to get, it's going to be impressive. So, Josh is, you're doing your best. God bless him. God bless him. We're trying to get you guys patched through so you can call in. And I appreciate Aaron for that shout out. So, but yeah. Who we got next?
Let's see. Hold up.
I like the fact that we're doing this. The U.S. is lost. I don't think they're lost. It's about time we got our guys' volume fixed. I added gain to it. I don't know.
All right. Hello?
Yo. Hey, John, Josh, how you guys doing?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Hey, love the show, guys. Love the show.
Thanks.
I got one quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
If people lose faith in elections, what happens next?
I think you know.
Like, what happens next?
I think you know. Honestly.
No, I know. Yeah.
I really feel like, did you hit silence on the phone?
Yeah.
It's still doing that?
Yeah, it's because it's patched through.
Fucking hey, that's annoying. I don't know, man. If people by and large feel like the election integrity is gone, and we're just going to continue getting more Biden appointees and stuff like that, I think we're in trouble. I really do think we're in trouble to the point where I think people could turn violent.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Josh, what are you thinking?
All right, well, hey.
I think it's a slow and steady process that, you know, you just got to keep banging away on these things like Florida did.
Yeah.
You know, DeSantis squeaked one out.
I like how you say you squeaked one out.
Yeah, yeah.
We definitely got to figure out a different way of doing this in the future.
It's real.
Oh my God, I like tater tots. Oh my gosh, I don't know. We're gonna see what happens, but I think it's gonna be.
Start the call or two to decline. Press 1 to start. The call will start.
The corn. There we go. Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Can't complain, man. What's going on? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, man.
Oh, geez.
Can't say I'm too happy with the crap that's been going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like really confused at how somebody like Carrie Lake isn't just running away with it as a governor. Like the Katie Hobbs chick, it's like she didn't even want to debate Carrie Lake, and it's like, how is she getting millions of votes?
I mean, it's been proven time and time again that incumbents are going to run from debates. You know, you got out of California, freaking that douchebag. He's running from debates. It's been proven time and time again. Incumbents will usually don't engage in debate because they've already got a seat. Why risk that? But I'm with you. I'm surprised that Carrie Lake isn't just like destroying Arizona. But then again, they haven't counted all the votes yet.
Right out of the gate, they had election issues.
Yeah. And that's why the lawsuits, they slapped them with the lawsuits. Yeah. So it could be days, if not months, before we see what happens there because there's going to be a lot of battling. Right now, Herschel Walker is trailing. This is just updated from Georgia. Herschel Walker, 48.7% to Warnock, 49.2%. And again, like we talked about before, they got to secure 50%. It could turn into a runoff. Blake Masters out of Arizona is coming in at 46.4%. Mark Kelly out of 51.4%. Blake Masters, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to see what happens with this, but hopefully Arizona, I don't think Blake Masters is going to do it. I don't think he's going to pull it off.
Nope.
It'd be nice if he did.
Yeah,
but
at this point.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's too bad, but I mean, Carrie Lake is a solid contender.
I think so too.
But
I really think so too.
They got election shenanigans going on over there.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Appreciate your call, man. Thanks for tuning in from Arizona. You guys.
No, love you both. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
Buddy.
Appreciate it, dude. Let's keep going. We've got Republicans out there Wednesday are struggling to make sense of the lackluster election results, months of prediction about a red wave, while finger-pointing and questioning about the party's future abound. The blame game is already erupting between pro-Trump and anti-Trump wings of the party. This is exactly 100% true. Dude, Shapiro and his crew are going to do everything they can to undermine Trump now. It's kind of like the king has been exposed. They see a crevice in his armor. I was going to say chink in his armor, but, you know, whatever, can't say that. No, I guess I can. It's Rumble. Who gives a fuck? It's not even racist. It's like literally the whatever. Anyway, we get it. Yeah. Let's not keep going on that before the Asians start coming in pissed off. So No, I feel like right now there is a lot of finger pointing going on. You see people out there, it's like, we didn't get enough voter turnout. We didn't get this, that, and the other. Dude, there is going to be a lot of infighting, but I do feel like it is needed. We do need to purge ourselves because right now there's an article I want to read about Mitch McConnell being freaking reelected as party lead.
Yeah, right.
Dude, here's the thing. If he does get reelected, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
This guy does not need to be leading anything.
No.
He's a fucking neocon. So, I don't know. We're going to see. Clearly something was off. I mean, a target was missed. The House GOP aide told Fox News Digital early Wednesday morning. Was it polling? Was it the issues that we thought people cared about? The question should be asked, assuming Republicans will take the House, is what's our mandate and what do we do? The aide said, that's what's probably going to keep me up tonight. And dude, I can tell you right now, the GOP, like I said before, they've got to become more progressive. You've got to become more progressive. And progressive in the sense of, like I said, wooing over your independent voters. Yeah. Get them over, and you're going to be really lethal.
You know, start by legalizing marijuana.
Interesting you say that. Maryland did. There were some states that apparently legalized marijuana. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of sitting here wondering when the hell Texas is going to get involved in this. But
well, in Texas, they say CBD with THC.
It's fucking...
So...
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I mean, but it's not marijuana; it's hemp.
Yeah, and that's why it's the outdated, antiquated ideas that are embraced by a lot of the neocons and the GOP that need to go away because you got millennials, you got Gen Xers, you got Gen Zers especially. Yeah. And you know, there's a lot of results coming out that the GOP had a massive loss of youth voter turnout. There were not a lot of young people that went out there to the polls. Neither the Democrats. So it's like, I'm telling you, 2024, they're going after the youth.
Yeah,
it's been seen time and time again. The 2016 election, I think it was like 64% were the boomers that comprised the voter turnout for Trump. It's the older people that are voting. And I feel like by and large, the reason for that is because they understand like these elections do have fiscal consequences.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think a lot of the younger generation are really paying attention right now because when you talk to most young people, they don't know what's going on. They don't care about politics. They want to go live their life. So I get that. But they're also the most easily manipulated because they're very inexperienced at life. They don't really know what life is all about. But when they hear someone like Beto coming along, making all these promises, they believe it. They, you know, they was like, well, why would he lie? It's like, well, you clearly don't know politicians. So,
well, how are you gonna give raises and do all this stuff and lower property taxes and pay for all this stuff? Yeah, it doesn't add up,
dude. I saw that on the ballot where I was voted at in Melissa. It talked about certain things for increasing school expenditures that came with the property tax raise. I said, no, figure it out.
Figure it out.
Absolutely not.
Stop charging me for this shit.
Everything. It was 3 different issues, and it totaled out about almost like $4 billion.
It's crazy.
And I'm sitting there looking at this like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, now look, I know there's going to be a lot of people push back on this, but if I don't have kids in school, why the fuck am I paying a school tax? I understand how we're in it. I get that, but fuck me running. This is the issue right here. It's not just one little fee. It's like it keeps going up and up and up and up. And it's like, why am I getting stuck for this? Like, do you have to pay for my car insurance because we both drive cars? It's like, this is bullshit. I don't agree with this. If you don't have kids, why am I paying this?
And they talk about school security. And was that anywhere? I don't think it was either.
I didn't see it either. It was for the acquisition of more buses, more things like
computers, technology, and that kind of stuff. But I don't think there was anything about school security.
Yeah.
You think $4 billion can maybe get a couple of security guards?
You'd think that.
Go to the school?
You would think that, yeah. Or the common things like, let's get a retired veteran in there. It's like,
Or how about veterans? No. 2 police officers?
You'd think.
Right?
You would think, but I don't know. But the question that should be asked, assuming Republicans still take the House, is what is our mandate? What do we do? Yada, yada, yada. Republicans are expected to take the House, though, with a smaller majority than expected. But then again, we've also weaned ourselves off of the Kitzingers, the Cheneys, stuff like that. So hopefully whoever becomes a freaking House Majority Speaker, whatever the case may be, can whip these votes. Whoever becomes I hope they can get in there and freaking unite the GOP to when basically we're just putting Biden in a stalemate. I don't know if it's going to happen.
I think it's McCarthy is the name that they keep kicking around.
McCarthy, there's a lot because McCarthy comes out swinging hard. He basically tweeted out like 3 or 4 weeks ago saying like if we do win, we're going after Fauci. That's gonna pull a lot of GOP people together, saying you know if this guy is pushing for this, put him in charge. I don't want McCarthy. I don't.
I don't know. I'd like to see Rand Paul personally. Well, no,
Rand Paul, they've already said no. Rand Paul even tweeted out yesterday. He even said that like if they do take it back, like he's going after Fauci. He tweeted it out yesterday, and everybody's like, "Fuck yeah, absolutely."
I'd like to see Rand Paul have his day, and
he deserves it. My God, that guy's been through so much, and Rand Paul's not even controversial. He's not even controversial, and he experiences political violence. Like, what the hell? Just get
those damn leaves off my side of the yard.
But that isn't stopping internal recriminations. Trump's opponents say the former president and his claims about the 2020 presidential election were likely a drag on the party that had advantages in a poor economy and low approval ratings of President Biden. Yeah, I did see that last night. A lot of the election deniers did not do very well. I'm not saying it's not true. Keep your freaking panties on. But a lot of the election deniers last night did not do very well. Do you think Trump should let that go?
No,
pushing into 24, you should still push on it.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's real.
Yeah,
I'm
talking.
It's not voter suppression.
I'm not
I'll
talking.
Tell you, the big things for the Democrats are the ballot harvesting and mail-in ballots.
I'm not talking about this in a sense of like who do you individually support. I'm talking about a strategery. We're gonna have some strategery to win. How are we gonna go about doing this? Facilitating our boy Trump winning again. How are we gonna strategicate this? And what I mean by that is should Trump shut the fuck up about election denial and just focus on, no, seriously, from a serious approach. I kind of agree with that idea. Like, stop with the election denial. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying focus more. Instead of saying rigged, focus more on election integrity. Just say, like, look, this is what we need to do. Because 2020 ain't coming back. Trump ain't winning. That's over. Let it go. Instead, and again, people are going to say, well, it's John justify. I'm not justifying it. What I am saying, though, is in order to win, stop beating that dead horse and focus on fixing 2024 so they can't pull that shit again.
Yeah.
We saw it in Florida. We saw it in Texas. We saw it in Georgia. In places like New York, it's a lost cause. But those states, like for Arizona, for example, because I tell you this right now, the reason they're fighting back on Kerry Lake so much is because if Kerry Lake gets in there, there is going to be massive voter voter redoing. I'm fucking
reform.
tired.
Yeah, but
reform.
Why is it taking them so? There's still only 66% of the votes.
Because didn't they say like 25% of the votes when they first started didn't get counted? So they're gonna have to go back through and do all that shit again.
Like, when this shit happens, it's like, all right, well, the Democrats are probably going to win.
And Katie Hobbs be in charge of it. I mean, go figure.
There's no election reform.
For that one. I'm at a loss for that one. How the fuck you can be in charge of your own shit like that? And then when things start screwing up, you're like, oh, wow, what are the odds? They're not counting half of your votes. Whoa, this is so weird. Like, why do we keep getting accused of rigging elections? Well, maybe because of that.
Who had the paper again?
And then New Jersey, Wisconsin. Yeah, it's just, bro, I don't know. We're going to have to see. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. And I think the GOP is definitely going to have to restructure some things. I don't know.
Yeah. I see it going. I see the Republican Party going more libertarian.
Yeah.
Because you just can't have a libertarian party standing by itself because you got Chase Oliver over there sucking up a couple points.
Miller's Meat Locker on YouTube makes a really interesting point. It says 22 ain't coming back in either, dude. Stop giving up. What are you talking about giving up? Who's giving up? You see, that's where people like you don't seem to understand this. This isn't giving up. It's saying, okay, we need to formulate a different plan and move forward that's more effective so we can win. What the fuck are you talking about giving up? You don't know what you're saying. Unless you're talking to somebody else in the chat, which is just fucking stupid. There is nothing wrong with looking at an election outcome and saying, okay, where are we not gaining ground?
Yeah.
And then saying, we need to restructure this.
Yeah.
Because if you want to win, you got to do that. Because I'm telling you right now, we saw last night, the election denial thing, those candidates that ran on that, they didn't do good. Boebert, she lost.
Yeah.
She's not getting reelected. Boebert also,
let me ask you,
how Marjorie Taylor Greene got reelected, I have no idea.
What's stopping the Republicans from ballot harvesting and mail-in votes and that shit?
By and large, because Republicans don't trust the system. By and large, because they want to go vote in person, hopefully knowing that the elections aren't going to be rigged to that level. Mail-in ballots.
I'm just waiting for everybody to start cheating.
Oh, yeah. Bro, when we hit that point, and here's the thing, if Republicans did it, I get it. I get it.
You couldn't get mad at them, right?
When Republicans do start taking part in what the left is doing, then it's going to be war. I really feel.
It would be.
It would be.
What do they do? What do they do when they feel like they've been cheated? They burn down cities and take them over.
100%.
And then they're like, oh, no, it's mostly peaceful.
We're going to see. But I don't know. I hope. I'm just, I'm at a loss. How they could elect Fetterman. I can't get over this. I cannot get over Democrats hammered down so hard on Fetterman. And I'm just like, this guy's a vegetable.
Yeah.
He's a fucking vegetable. And we got this article right over here. Pennsylvania voters reelect dead Democrat state representative. You talked about this earlier. Pennsylvania voters reelected a Democratic state representative who died last month. The latest anomaly in a state that has been under the national political spotlight since voting to put Donald Trump in the White House in 2016 race. Democrat Tony DeLuca died October 9th after a brief battle with lymphoma, a disease he previously beat twice. Good for him. He was 85. The Pennsylvania House Democrat Caucus wrote, DeLuca was Pennsylvania's longest-serving state representative, according to the Pittsburgh Gazette. While we're incredibly saddened by the loss of Representative Tony DeLuca, we are proud to see the voters to continue to show their confidence in him as his commitment to Democrat values, reelecting him posthumously.
Yeah.
I love the fact that there's we just love to see how much faith they have in him. It's wait, why the fuck was he on the ballot?
Yeah, why wasn't he taken off?
Why wasn't he taken off the ballot?
And what happens to that seat now?
They'd have to do another election.
It makes sense a dead person got elected because they probably have a lot of dead people voting.
They fucking elected a dead person. No shit. Dude, this is how pathetic America has become. We're the laughing stock of the world right now. When people say, wait, you elected a dead state? Oh, my God. How... Dude, that just tells me we got JV people running these elections. We got freshman motherfuckers running these elections. My God,
Bush
a
League.
trained monkey could have run this shit better.
Yeah.
You just look at the stuff and it's how the hell is this happening? This is some rinky-dink bullshit. This is some circus bullshit. I don't get it. Pennsylvania allows nearly voting up to 50 days before election, which means it can legally start in September through precise dates and rules vary by county. According to the state election authorities, DeLuca crushed his Green Party opponent by a margin of about 86% to 14%. Well, no shit. The Green Party candidate appeared to be alive. It is not the first time voters have chosen a recently deceased candidate over the living alternative. Well, they just did that with Fetterman and Oz, so, he's one step away from it. Dude, I don't know what to say with this. You get what you deserve at this point, America. And look, I'll be honest with you. You keep voting for these... Yeah, Pennsylvania. You keep voting for these people? I don't fucking know.
Shut down their entire...
Yeah.
What's Pennsylvania known for?
Fuck me, I don't know. Yeah,
coal,
yeah.
I don't
know how they're doing now with everything being shut down as far as not wanting to do natural resource from America.
Yeah. They're not fracking over there.
Nope.
No more coal. It's...
Dude, I don't know. I really don't know.
Good luck.
But I know...
I guess they're learning the code, right?
Yeah. Well, I know Democrats right now, by and large, are celebrating hard like they just won some massive victories.
Oh, yeah.
They're celebrating, but it's you're just celebrating the fact that you didn't get crushed by a massive red wave, but you're still taking some losses here. So this is a very interesting position to be in. Yeah. That we have, we're still gaining some ground, but it's not nearly as much as we thought, but we're still moving the ball forward. So I do like that. So, want to take another call?
Just keep pushing forward.
We got to figure out a different app or something to use to where we can basically, because we've done this before, years ago when we had the podcast back in the old studio. We took calls before, and we didn't deal with that. Do you remember what we used?
It was still an app.
Was it an app?
Yeah.
Hoyer, we're gonna be taking some more calls as we progress through the show. Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott defeats Democrat Beto O'Rourke.
You ready for another call?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right, hold on. Hang on a second.
No problem.
You there? Yeah.
I am.
All right.
Yellow, what's going on, man? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Virginia. Just moved here from Houston, Texas. I couldn't take Houston anymore, to be completely honest.
Well, I can't blame you on that one. Houston is a shithole. What do you think about what's going on in the midterms?
I went from, that's what I was talking about earlier. I think the reason why Fetterman really was put over was because Donald Trump had over $90 million in his pack to put anywhere to dump into the elections. And if he really cared for America and if he really wanted to do right by America, I feel like he would have at least dumped that money into, even though we don't like Oz, I think Oz is a piece, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least it's not Fetterman who is 8 months pregnant in her neck. I don't.
Oh my God. That's fair enough.
You nailed it.
I mean, he makes a damn good point.
He wants to take care of that neck.
He makes a fucking damn good point.
He doesn't like Roe v. Wade. Yeah. But anyway, I just, it was kind of one of those things where the red wave, I didn't believe it, but at the same time, we're making moves. Like you talked about earlier, I don't really think we should talk about election denying because all those people who were running on that, they failed. What we need to do forward is like when I played football or in school, blue fly, make up for last year.
Let's just do it. Everything that we've done, let's work on it and strategize. That's all it is. Because
I agree.
Obviously we have every part of the media against us. The only people that were promoting any Republicans was Fox. Who's watching Fox unless you're a Republican? That's the issue. We can't have anybody on the. We can't have mass media just help us out. So we got to figure out another way.
Fox was making a lot of early calls last night too, because I saw the Babylon Bee put out a hit piece on them saying Fox leans in favor of Democrats like Stacey Abrams and the like. But no, I agree with you on that one. I think that by and large, we do have to lick our wounds and figure out where we screwed up on. And by acknowledging that we screwed up, it doesn't mean that, we're denying that the election wasn't rigged. It's just saying this is not going to take us anywhere. Let's focus on issues that I feel most people can, because abortion is a big one for the left. They ran on those platforms hardcore. So,
right, and that's the thing. Like you're a sports team. You failed the World Series the year before. You fix the problems that you had, and you make up for that. You got to be smart. We're running on emotion, and I think that's it's wrong because emotion doesn't work with us. Emotion works with the left. Facts, apparently, I guess, don't have feelings, but
I don't know though, because Trump can energize the base. I think that we do run on a lot of emotion because when you look at Trump's loyalists, you look at people out there that halo effect with Trump, like he can do no wrong. Yeah, especially with like what he's doing with DeSantis right now.
But his go ahead. I feel like his emotion is very. Even though it's emotional, there's so much more emotion on the other side against him. Yeah. So even that's just not. I don't feel like that ballpark is ours. I think we just need to keep pushing the. You know what we should have done? We should have told everyone before you go vote, go get some gas, go get some groceries, go pay your bills, and then tell me who you want to vote for.
I agree. I don't get it.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all. And I want to say I appreciate your company. Actually, I like that you guys are promoting on other YouTube, not YouTubers, but other channels. I saw you guys on Uncensored on Gavin's channel. Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I love that you guys are partnered with them as well. Keep going, keep moving, and you guys are the shit.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Thank you for your call. I always love when people come on and have some really good insight on. Oh, you're supposed to cut him off. He's not supposed to hear me. That's weird. It's awkward. I was praising him now. Damn it.
Sorry, buddy.
No, thank you for the call. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know if we're still working with. Are we still working with Gavin?
I think we
ended that contract because it was only for 3 months? Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. Gavin, that whole shtick, I'll just put the cards on the table here. What Gavin did with that FBI shtick, that pissed me off. I'm sorry, dude. Good. The fact that he faked it with the FBI, and then, they made some changes to the contract without our approval. It's like, okay, well, I think we're done here. I think we're still running ads with Tim Cast's podcast. Yeah. We're still doing things with him. We're talking to some other people. I want to invest in some low number podcasts to where, because I feel like, a lot of these up and coming podcasters, we're up and coming as well in comparison to the Crowders, the Kirks and stuff like that. We're a lot smaller than them, but I do see even smaller podcasts that are looking for sponsors and things like that. I'm interested in doing because I feel like, number one, I'd rather work at grassroots level advertisement on these podcasts where the podcasters actually give a shit about ensuring that they're really pushing your products out there. But thanks a lot for that. I appreciate that. Let's take some more calls as we go.
All right. Hang on.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has won re-election. Blah, blah, blah. We all knew that. Who was it? It was marijuana legalized in these states in the midterm elections. A pot law is set to be loosened in over 12 million Americans in Maryland and Missouri. I'm telling you, Texas needs to go the same way.
You think so?
Go the same way. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Voters in Missouri and Maryland on Tuesday voted to legalize recreational marijuana, further loosening state pot laws for more than 12 million Americans, even though the drug is still legal at the federal level, or illegal at the federal level, and is classified as a Schedule I substance. See, that's the fucked up thing we have between the federal and state governments right now.
You ready for a call?
Let's do it.
You there?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How's it hanging?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Mike. On the chat, I didn't so cringe, but I'm known as Hobo Chili.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, dude, I recognize your name.
Yeah, what's up, brother? Hey, to be honest with you, this is what I saw last night. Mm-hmm. How divided we are as Americans, and to a point where we're not parties anymore; we're factions.
Yeah, there's no denying that. But, I already know where you're going with this, but here's my question to you then. How do we get out of that without compromising certain issues? Like for the left, it's the abortion. For the right, it's not the abortion. How do we compromise that and become united as Americans? That's the real question.
You know what? If I had that answer, it's just.
I'm right there with you, dude. I'm right there with you. I agree. I wish we could be united Americans, but when you've got the left that has went so hard left, dude, we cannot unite with people that are for the grooming of children and the mutilation. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I think for the most part, a majority of Americans not like that. Go ahead, Mike.
I'll make this real quick. What I noticed, and then this reminisces of when I was in Bosnia.
Are you there right now?
No, not that. When, back in the 90s, like late 90s, when I was there, we had a interpreter that was a student at the University of Sarajevo, and he spoke perfect English. But he told me a story on how the government, when they basically split from Tito, Czechoslovakia or Yugoslavia, that the government basically pushed this narrative of factions of 3 different groups: the Croats, the Muslims, and the Serbs.
Yes, sir.
And they pushed media, newspaper, anything they could get out of telling people that this other side is evil. They're basically racist, just in the same respect.
Yeah.
They were godless, yada yada yada. And we're talking, this was back in the early 90s. They're basically just doing that same effect. And I know this might be going off the rails with this conversation.
No, go ahead.
But you saw what happened. And I think that was a little before your time when you were in the Army.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I saw what the result was in Bosnia, Kosovo. I mean, complete cities completely wiped out. People, close to what the Nazis basically did. And I'm telling you, it seems like we're a couple ass hairs away from being in FEMA camp.
It seems to me like if we look at the number one propagandist mouthpiece, it's going to be the MSM. And without restricting the 1A, how do we basically curb this fear-mongering? You look at Fox and CNN, they're both typically the same. Fox, of course, more right-leaning. Yeah. So, but it's just like how you can't, without restricting freedoms, how do we course correct and get back on the track of trying to unite America? Because honestly, I feel like if another 9/11 happened, even that would not be enough to unite all of America. Even that wouldn't be enough.
No.
Because instantly it would be classified like a school shooting,
Yeah. I feel like this is going to turn into violence. I hate to be that way, but I just never, why can I? The other side hates us so much, they want our death.
I reckon, because I read his comments in the chat. That's so fucking cool to be able to talk to our group of savages, man. I love that. It's like, this is a great idea. We should have done this a long time ago. But I was nervous because on Twitch and YouTube, because somebody comes on and just says something bad, we can get banned. Rumble, they don't give a fuck. So it's like, all right, let's open this motherfucker up. So you vote Democrat, you voted for 80,000 IRS dude. They are fine with this. You got to remember, these people are fine with big government.
Yeah, I think the COVID lockdowns and all that stuff was just a good test for the government to see how far they could push the American citizens.
That's why I just don't really have a lot of respect for people that were for that.
Yeah. Well, even just putting a mask on.
Yeah.
Mask up.
Yeah.
Wear a mask. Just put it on. Just do it. They were making everybody wear a stupid mask.
We're at this
putting
weird
arrows
crossroads.
Down the grocery aisles.
Yeah, we're at this weird crossroads, though. Like you look at Hochul out of New York, or Hochul, whatever that bitch's name is. And you look at that, she's still advocating for masks. She's still advocating for vaccines. And yet scientists are coming out saying, oh, yeah, we got it wrong. Yeah. And yet they're still, that's how split we are as a country, that these people are saying, they're the same ones saying, follow the science, follow the science, follow the science. Well, we follow the science, and now the science has left your party, and you refuse to acknowledge it. Instead, you keep doubling down on, we're still in a pandemic. You keep doubling down on the fear-mongering, all this other stuff. Meanwhile, the very same group that you demonized for years are like, hey, you coming to our side or what now? Because you've been proven wrong. Yeah. And you had access to the same information that we did. You just chose to ignore it. So, I don't know.
I'll take another call.
Yeah, let's take another call.
All right.
And then we're going to talk about state Republicans to vote on Mitch McConnell's leadership come November 16th, which will be interesting to see because McConnell's gone after Trump. And McConnell, he's losing a lot of traction, so we'll see.
Yeah, who likes that guy? That's what I want to know.
It's the establishment, because I really feel like the establishment's really about to rear its head.
All right, hold on. Caller.
It's the only thing I could think.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Okay.
We're at 221 followers on Twitter. Hell yeah. Hopefully I can get it back.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you. How you guys doing today?
What's going on, man? Where are you calling from?
Oklahoma City.
Nice. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Oh, so you were talking about the Trump and DeSantis ticket, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Wait, a ticket like together?
DeSantis has the majority of the GOP. Huh?
You talking about like them running on the same ticket?
Well, that wouldn't work out, would it?
No, I wouldn't think so. I think you got two alphas there. DeSantis is never going to take a backseat to Trump. He's accomplished way too much.
Right.
That's just me. That's me thinking out
loud. No, you're good. If they were to run, if they could put all their bygones and, egos aside, do you think that they could turn the country around and, make it united again instead of it being separated?
I think DeSantis does, but I don't think we're never going to be united like we once were. Again, these cultural issues have come in via social media and caused these massive cracks and divides. Thank you for your call, by the way. These massive cracks and divides that, number one, Trump and DeSantis, he won't. Trump's never going to put bygone. No, Trump doesn't do that. Trump, when he makes you an enemy, until he wins, you're his enemy. So he's going to start punching at DeSantis right now, which he's already done twice now in the less than span of 48 hours. Now, granted, DeSantis did throw the first punch with calling him a moron. But Trump right now, the fact that, like we said yesterday, the fact that Trump is even talking shit about DeSantis means he views him as a threat, which is a credit. That's a feather in DeSantis' cap.
Yeah.
But as far as uniting America, it's not going to really be uniting. It's just how much of the fringe left and independent centers can you pull to the right? I think that's ultimately the question. I don't think it's going to unite anybody. I just don't see it.
You don't think so?
That's just me. Great question, but I just don't see it. I mean, what do you think?
It's so tough to unite anybody with how the media is.
Yeah.
That makes it incredibly tough. But I think moves like Elon Musk getting on Twitter, buying Twitter,
massive
helps
move.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just to try to get everybody on the same page. I mean, if he starts to eliminate these bots and these, this fake outrage and all this other shit, and you have these celebrities that just, fade away.
Yeah.
Then maybe there's a chance. I mean, I think by and large, people are good people. Like, you would go out of your way to help somebody if you saw them in trouble. Yeah, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you saw people go down to Florida to help the hurricane victims.
Yeah.
You see that all the time. So, I think there's hope for a future for Americans to get along again, to come together. I think you just kind of have to do away with some of these ideologies, like trans people, that
Drag
kind of stuff.
For
Talk
children.
to kids about sex, that kind of stuff.
Well, here's the thing. The only one that can put a break on that is the left. If the left doesn't put the brakes to this in their own party, it's kind of like, I would be like, look, we can come together and really work together, be bipartisan on some of these issues. Like, I'll concede some abortion things as far as like life of the mother. If, whatever the case, that I can agree with. It's like, yeah, I get it. It sucks either way. So, but if the life of the mother's in question, then yes, you should have the choice to do an abortion. Rape or incest, I'm afraid I have to say it. Yes, I agree. You should have that choice because you were forced into that position. I don't believe in using abortion as a method of birth control. So I feel like by and large, Republicans need to concede a little bit. And I know people are not going to like that take, but I'm still pro-life. But I do feel like there are situations. But that's the point I'm trying to make, though, is when we can concede certain grounds on both sides, we can come and meet in the middle. When it's something along the lines of sexualizing children, there's no conceding anything except putting a bullet in your head. Like, I don't concede anything. It's like, you should not be anywhere near children. So as long as the DNC has this in their party, how can we ever unite with them? And they've taken hold. They have taken hold. This is the president. Because instantly people are going to say, what about Republicans with, your white supremacist shit like that? Oh, they exist, but it's not the forefront of the party. It's not the majority. It's not even a fringe minority of the party. It's a very small amount.
Have you ever seen any white supremacy stuff?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I saw a shitload of burning crosses on my way into work today. You didn't see that? They were out there Zig Hailing fucking Hitler and all. It was great. Yeah, good time. No,
like all the people I follow on Twitter or Instagram and like.
Where's this N-word on Twitter? Where's the N-word on Twitter? Everybody keeps saying we've seen a massive 500 spy word spike. Yeah, like what? Where? I'm following a shitload of people on Twitter. Like, I'm watching Twitter. I don't see it. So unless it's these small little troll accounts, which that doesn't count because anybody can create a fake fucking account and do shit like that just to spike the algorithms and then give them some like talking points. But come on, man. Where are these main figures? Where are these anybody with any kind of clout or a following using the N-word on Twitter? I have not seen it.
The only time I hear it is when I play Call of Duty with some suburban kids.
The only time I hear is when I hear black hip-hop artists. Uh-oh, you're ready for that conversation? No, apparently not. It is what it is. But, yep. I'm just seeing the article right now about the dead Pennsylvania Tony DeLuca. That's just so funny to me. But November 16th, they're going to vote on whether or not they want Mitch McConnell to continue leading the party. And if they do, you're wrong.
No, I think he's got to be.
We got some other results coming in. Right now, Katie Hobbs, 50.3% of the vote to Carrie Lake's 49.7%. It's still too early to call. Way too early to call. Control of the House and the Senate is still up in the air. I think a lot of it's going to come down to the Herschel Walker race, honestly, between him and Raphael. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah, if they need to pick up Nevada.
Yeah. There is prediction that Nevada's turning red, but we'll watch and see what happens with there. But
I got to say, I think Herschel wins the runoff.
Yeah, I think so too. Because Libertarians probably going to vote for him, which they should have in the beginning.
So he's got to campaign hard for Herschel Walker.
He does. Well, it's too for the runoff. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I thought you meant now. I was like, well, it's kind of too late. But
Kemp isn't. He's not my favorite governor either.
No, but again, better than Abrams. Well, way better than Abrams.
Way better than Abrams. Man. It's hard to believe that did he get primaried? I think he did,
Kemp?
right? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Maybe from Georgia?
Did he? I don't think so. Senate Republicans will hold its leadership vote on November 16th, an election that will determine whether Senator Mitch McConnell will remain the top Republican in the Senate, Politico reported. McConnell has stated that he wants to remain the GOP leader, which would pave the way for his top lieutenants to remain in their positions. Senator John Thurn is reportedly planning to remain Senate whip, and Senator John Barrasso out of Kentucky, the chair of the Senate Republican Conference. Steve Daines is reportedly expected to replace Senator Rick Scott out of Florida as chair of the National Republican Senatorial Committee. Under Scott's leadership, the NRSC defended 21 Republican-controlled seats up for election on Tuesday, while Democrats had 14 seats to defend. If Republicans win the Senate races in Georgia and Nevada, Republicans will reclaim the Senate by 1 seat, and that's all we need. Yeah. But that also means you got to have a united front. You got to have a united front. We'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
The next chair of the NRSC will have to contend with McConnell's Senate leadership if he is reelected as leader. I think McConnell is definitely the face of the establishment GOP. He's the face of it. I expect Senator McConnell will be reelected leader of the Republican Conference, and I support him, Barrasso told Politico about McConnell's leadership chances. You have to stand up and say you're going to run. No. Not all GOP senators support McConnell's reelection as the top Senate Republican. Josh Hawley said this week he does not support McConnell's reelection. They got to dump McConnell. You got to pull away from this. You got to get away from these boomers. You cannot keep reelecting these guys. You don't want them as the face of your party.
No.
They're old. They're outdated. Let them go. Let them go. Get some new blood in there.
Terrible ideas.
Horrible idea. But again, Crenshaw made a point, though. McConnell knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
But
he's
with
like
that being
800 years old. He's been doing it
Yeah.
for a long time. Of course, he knows the ins and outs of
Yeah.
how to get around and skirt issues.
They just need to let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go. Get other people in there.
But he doesn't want to relinquish that power.
Hell no. He even said he's like he wants to retain that position. It's like, no, I think you've done enough. You've done way more than enough damage. So
I want to retain this position.
All right, folks, that does it for today's podcast. I got a lot of work to do to get this whole podcast format cleaned up. We are going to stick. Well, I think we're going to start taking calls. I think we should start taking calls in the future. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's a good group of people. I love hearing their perspective. Make sure you go drop me a follow at John Burke is me on Twitter. This should be my last account because I wanted to change it one more time so I can get my name in there. Well, people were like, I can't find you. Your name's not in your username. I was like, okay, let me try and figure this shit out. So I changed my name and it got me banned. And I finally managed to get this account. So it's just John Burke is me on Twitter. Hopefully that's the last one. I want to apologize for this show format. I fucked up a few things, but we're trying to get Streamlabs and everything squared away. We're running on fumes right now because we're all pretty fucking tired after last night's stream. Also, make sure you check out shellshockcbd.com. We appreciate your patronage of our company. As you know, this podcast is free. There's no paywall. We give it to you for free. We enjoy getting to do this. It's a lot of fun. We're living our dream. So, even though last night and in through today and the rest of the next coming days, even though we didn't have a major win, we didn't take any major losses. So that's good. So keep your heads up. We're going to be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. CST, right here on Rumble. And again, we appreciate your listening. Go check out shellshockcbd.com. Josh, anything to add?
Yeah, you guys have a great day.
And as always, you stay savage, America.